Hey everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Luke. If you're not already subscribed, if you are subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. It motivates me to keep making content like this, to keep you up to date on everything over here in the Middle Georgia market. Let's get after the video. Today, we're gonna go over the 5 fears new homeowners face when moving into a home and how to overcome them. So to start things off, number 1, maintenance and unexpected costs after you move into the house, because here's the deal, okay? Homes, they require maintenance, just like your car. Oil changes, brakes, rotors, tires over time, transmission, all that kind of stuff needs serviced over time. Same thing with your home. So you need to set good expectations, but that's gonna be the second part of this real quick. Number 1, you could, save yourself a lot of time by getting a home inspection. If you don't know what a home inspection is, it is a certified person that checks every single thing inside of your house. Also, here in the near future, keep you coming back to the channel, I'm gonna interview one of the top home inspectors here in Middle Georgia and get the inside scoop, just have a conversation, ask him what are the things that you look for when you're inside of a home, and really from the buyer's point of view, what should they be looking for when looking to buy a home, just in case you don't want to pay for that inspection yet, because here's the deal. Middle Georgia, depending on the square footage, $350 to $550 for that inspection. I want to teach you guys exactly what you need to know to see before ordering that inspection in case you're with a real estate agent, realtor, not trying to throw anybody under the bus, that doesn't know what to look for. So you know what to look for so you can save some money. However, you could just get a home inspection right beforehand. So please find the right company in your area if you don't live in Middle Georgia. If you do, text me 478-333-8318 and I'll give you good recommendations for the top people in the area. But moving on to the second point of this is something you can do. Pre-plan a budget. Just like car expenses, pre-plan a home maintenance budget for your property. So before you even buy one, get with your lender and have them give you an itemized sheet of what your monthly cost will be based off of said price point. They're gonna list out all the fees for you, okay? And that monthly payment, you need to make sure that you're gonna budget in enough money depending on the type of home that you buy each and every month for that money that needs to go back in there. Just like an investor, when they have a rental property, they stick back some of that rent each and every month for maintenance once a year. It's built into their budget, it's built into the system, and they put money away and they don't even look at it. You need to do the same thing, and it's gonna change depending on the age of the home, age of the water heater, roof, main maintenance, things like that. So if you get a new construction that has a home warranty, guess what? Probably not gonna be spending any money each month. But if you get a home built in 1970 that has an amazing amount of character, you might need to budget a little bit more depending on the home. And if you need some advice, again, just shoot me a text and I'll be happy to help you. Next on the list, buying a money pit. I explained a little bit about getting a home inspection on number 1, but here is another quick tip that you need to know if you're scared that you're gonna buy a money pit when you show up at the house. And tip number 1, get with a trusted realtor that has experience and you ask those questions that you need in the beginning process when you're interviewing an agent before you even start looking at prices. Ask them what are they gonna do to ensure that when we step into a home, how much money that we're gonna have to come out of pocket for expenses if it's older and what fixes may be made. Because this is the thing, when you're looking for a home, you're not supposed to be like, la 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 la, I'm so excited, this is so pretty. And then the realtor's telling you, oh, look at this, little Johnny could be in the living room or have his own playroom. That's cool, and of course you have to fall in love with the house, but also you need to put those inspector goggles on and make sure that you're digging deep. You're turning on the faucets, you're turning on the shower head, you're getting up underneath it, you're flushing the toilets, you're making sure that this house is gonna be up to standard, so it's not gonna be a money pit that you fall into, and you do your due diligence at the first time, what do you want to call it? The showing, that thing. Yeah, when you see the house for the first time. Tip number 2, when you see the property for the first time, request the disclosures. You're gonna see what's called a property disclosure, seller property disclosure in the state of Georgia, and it's gonna be marked off by the seller what things are good, what things are bad, what things have been replaced, have they had termite damage, is the water heater, how old is it, how old is the roof, how old is the AC system, all that good stuff. And you can see that stuff, insider tip, before you view the property. You can get those documents printed off from the MLS by your realtor and have them either deliver it to you in person and have a hard copy, or an email. If you're working with me, I'm gonna have a folder with each and every house that we go to, and all those documents are gonna be printed off so you can view it while at the property. Also, on the seller's disclosure, you're gonna see what items stay with the home. Again, in case you're buying a money pit, is the refrigerator staying? Is the washer and dryer staying? Are they pulling the blinds out? All that kind of stuff to see what kind of money you're gonna have to spend once you move in. And last but not least, tip number 3 for this segment, get a home warranty. Now, I kind of thought that home warranties were bunch of pucky. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, okay, it's one of those telemarketers calling me on the phone. Hello, would you like to buy your car's extended warranty? No, because they don't exist. It's not a real thing. But I didn't realize that once you dive deep into a home warranty, they actually are what they say they are when you go through a reputable company. You pay money up front. Sometimes the seller might even agree to pay for that home warranty for you. And depending on the first 12 to 14 months with the company that you go to, you're gonna be covered. So that first year of expenses that may unexpectedly pop up due to that money pit fear that you have, you may be able to get that taken care of before you even purchase the house. Fear number 3, the fear that your house is gonna decrease in value over time. And hey, the real estate market fluctuates. It's the market. It's up, it's down, but guess what? It always comes back down to baseline. And that baseline over time is usually in the low 3% of appreciation. Now, the gravy train that we ran for a while that increased costs of a house by 12%. Equity went up in 12%. The appreciation on a home went up 12% in 2 years. That's insane. That's more than double the national average for the years prior. Home prices are gonna decrease just a smidge. That's what the experts are saying in 2023, 2024, 25, 26, and 27, they're gonna continue to go up. So that's what the experts are saying, not my opinion, what the experts here in the United States when it comes to the surveys that have been taking so far this year. But here's the deal. What you gotta do is you gotta research the local market, get with a trusted real estate agent, and figure out what that specific neighborhood has done in the past and what the projections look like to the future. And number 2, little insider tip, you can diversify your portfolio when it comes to your home. So for example, right, your home is most likely gonna be the greatest asset that you own. It's probably gonna be the most expensive asset that you own. You can make sure that you're paying that asset off and also diversifying your portfolio in things like stocks, maybe cryptocurrency, maybe you flip stuff. I don't know about you. You could literally go to yard sales, take pictures of items, put it on Facebook Marketplace, and start making a profit. You need to figure out what other income producing activities can I do outside of my job and my actual house to increase my income over time. Not a financial advisor, but I'm telling you, there are so many great ways to build wealth. It's unbelievable. Fear number 4, the difficulty of adjusting to a new neighborhood. And I cannot blame you for this. Maybe you're moving out of state and you've never been here before, and maybe you've never seen a property tour of the local area or a neighborhood tour, or quite frankly, you're the type of person that needs to get boots on the ground, get here in person, and get eyes on to see if you're gonna like the area or not. It can be a huge fear, especially coming from a place that you're known to a place that's unknown. I understand. But there's a couple ways to overcome this. Number 1, obviously getting here in person, walking the neighborhood, getting with your agent, having them take you around town on a personal tour, and watching some videos of city tours here on YouTube. Check out the channel. And last but not least, number 5, buyer's remorse. Hey, I get it. I understand. We make bad decisions from time to time. You feel that deep regret deep down in that chest, and you just don't understand why you made that decision to go to Taco Bell at 2 in the morning when you have work and you know that you shouldn't be there. But guess what? That's not the case, okay? Real estate, we can make good, informed decisions based off the information if we study the markets correctly. But hey, seriously, with all jokes aside, you really need to understand you could put yourself through a lot of financial stress, and you could be dissatisfied with the property. You could be having super high emotion, not get to know the local neighborhood, you don't know the neighbors, and then you move into a house and you realize that it's really, really expensive and it really wasn't what you and your family wanted. But let's take it from the beginning. What can we do to prevent that from happening? Create a checklist. Create some non-negotiables, okay? And if you're partnered with the right realtor, you can specifically check every single amenity that your family has to have. My website's below. I literally have the search bar so advanced that there's going to be over 100 specific amenities that you want inside of a home, and you can click as many as you possibly want. And the more homes that you search for, I have AI technology that's gonna be able to check what homes that you're clicking on. It's not tracking you, but wow, it might be. Do we live in the future? Wow, I think we do. So we're gonna utilize that technology to the highest level in order to find you the right home, because here's the deal, guys. It doesn't matter if it's me, it doesn't matter if it's another real estate agent. Do you want an automated property alert that's so broad that just sends you random houses every week or as soon as they pop up? Or do you want a tailored, individualized report based off of your specific needs? And as you search for different houses and hit that heart, it changes their criteria and starts sending you homes that are more aligned with what your family truly needs and your expectations for a home. I don't know about you, that's what I want, so that's why I built the system the way that it is. So don't get scared. AI technology, it's the way of the future. Just gotta roll with it. But after you find your non-negotiables, what you need to do is you need to set a budget. And I know this is tough. Get with a local lender or a trusted lender that you specifically have in your back pocket, okay? Somebody that is willing to print out a net sheet, an invoice that shows line by line how much money you are spending to acquire a home based off of your specific credit score, your specific money in the bank, right, for your down payment and closing costs and everything in between, okay? You need to go line by line to make sure that that person has your best interests first of all, and second of all, how much can you actually afford? Because when it comes down to it, can you afford a $250,000 house? Can you afford a $750,000 house? That number in my mind means nothing, because guess what? How much more per month is it gonna cost with interest rates? How much are the closing costs? How much do you have to put down on the house? Variable, there are so many variables. I think the best way to create a budget is figure out how much can you allot monthly, and then you're gonna add in the maintenance, and then that's gonna be a healthy number that you don't wanna go above. And based off that monthly payment, you and your family can decide whether or not it makes sense to go within a certain price range. But hey, let's just set expectations clear real quick. A 10 out of 10 for the home that you want, no offense, we probably can't afford. I can't afford the home that I want that's a 10 out of 10 because that would be in either northern Idaho or Montana on 500 acres, and I'd have an underground bunker with beautiful landscape, and I'd just dirt bike all day, and I would have so many ducks in a personalized pond that I would have, sipping on sweet tea, overlooking the beautiful sunset here in the afternoon, casting lines for trout or salmon, and oh, hey, sorry. Daydream. Seriously though, set good expectations on what your budget's gonna be, because the home that you move into might not be a dream house, but it doesn't mean it has to be your last house. And there's different home improvement opportunities that you can do once you move in if you get a trusted contractor and you hop on Pinterest, because if you're anything like my wife, you can hop on Pinterest and find anything you could possibly want. You could turn a wall into a moss wall with a waterfall, and you can have things coming out. Pinterest has everything, okay? And you can add updates to your property after you purchase it, so you can really fall in love with it. If it didn't have that curb appeal that you wanted at first, but it had the great bones and great character that fit your family's budget. But hey, to wrap things up, it is normal to have concerns and to be nervous when purchasing a house. It's a huge deal. There's so much going on, a lot to do with finances, a lot to do with making people happy. There's commute times, where's the location, what's the school system. Breathe, pick a trusted partner to guide you through the journey, create good expectations, and make sure you set yourself up for success before you even start looking for a home. If you need help, I would be more than happy to help serve you and your family. We can start off with a meeting. You don't have to work with me. If you just have a simple question, you're watching this from Texas, text me. I'm more than happy to help. That's why I'm here. And guess what? I'll catch you on the next video. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit subscribe, like that bell notification, make sure you turn it on, because all I do is help provide value for you and your family and give you the information that you need, whether you're buying, selling, or investing in real estate. And before I go, I don't want to be long-winded. If you have any requests on what you'd like to see next, drop a comment below and I'll make sure that I videotape that here in the near future.
Mm-hmm.